For your record, this delivery was done on June 25th at 5:45 p.m. And there it is. You can see it right there by the door. I'm in the editor right now. Kitty, calm down. This was done at 5:45 p.m. on June 25th. And you can see the plate right there, some of the plate. This person right here needs to be investigated. He has a F/4 white truck. There's his license plate right here. Got it. It's looks like a 5, maybe an 8.575. He tried to hack something because of how his internet is, or his Wi-Fi. He's able to block. It has like a 19 on it. It's a Ford. License plate's 565 or something. But anyway, I was not able to take a photo of his food on the doorstep, and I was not able to use the app until I drove away about a mile from this guy's house. Investigation will be made. It happened yesterday, June 25th, about 5:45. That guy has to be investigated right there. It's going to be a license plate, whatever that is. There should be enough information. Looks like there's a 1.5 on it. It's a Ford. It's in the Haltom area, I think. There's his house. Have a good day. Texas, listen up. Slow down on the Hofbrau steak. So this was delivered on time at 5:45. He started stuffing that steak down his mouth from Hofbrau. Now, his internet or whatever was so crazy, I could not take a photo. Maybe it's my old iPhone 11. Maybe it's not. Maybe it was DoorDash. I don't know. But the photo would not go through, and the entire app just dropped from the face of my whatever, I couldn't access anything. I drove about a mile away and then sent it through when I got back online, and they didn't like it and gave me a violation. Now, it was delivered on time at 5:45. This man knows it and does not care, but I hope he enjoyed his steak, because I got penalized for dropping it off on time, because whatever it was in that area in Haltom, you could not have cellular data unless you drove a mile off and got on the highway. So what? I have an iPhone 11. Sorry. Why don't you get me an iPhone 15? Enjoy your steak. Yeah, I always get the order first. Sorry, I gotta go in my pocket for a minute. All right. Holding here is an SE 3rd generation released in 2022. They returned the dial on that too. So So they still had the dial, or they brought the dial back for that one, the third generation 2022. The reason why I say that is because when they came out with the iPhone 10, it did not have the dial. So they brought the dial back. It's a pretty good phone. Yeah. Oh, they're relenting in. Oh, right. That was useless. Yeah. I didn't see him coming. I came to my left. Just to let you know. Okay. You better reopen, my friend. Thank you. It'd be cool to get talked to a gate like that. Oh, what was that? Okay. We just need R2D2 and I'm good to go. Alright, we're going normal speed here. Okay. Well, what's the purpose of the gate? And on this right here, sometimes you can go towards it, over to the left. It will sometimes activate, or it has a sign out front. If I'm missing dog, nothing. Alright. What's that red thing right there? Has like a number on it. I know. They like lift. A light and lift master. That's really smart. We'll find another way out. I guess this one works. Okay, good. That'll work. Also on these guys, you want to put them in your pocket. Yeah, no photo? All right, we're going to Haslett. So that means we're going to be dealing with the train. So there's a physical thing that can get in our way. The train could be like a gate. It can shut in front of you, close you down a little bit. So you have to wait for the train to pass. Or it can be the internet. Why I'm not using my iPhone 11 right now rather than the 2022 model, the SE third generation. That's the SE third generation. So what our big next step is I'm going to be pushing it. We're going to have to get an iPhone upgrade. Probably iPhone 15 is what it's looking at. I'm going to have to go buy Verizon. Probably at the beginning of July, maybe. Trying to think. I'm trying to think if it's going to have to be immediately. I'll try maybe one more day. Because that contract violation was because it dropped on my phone, on this phone. The order dropped and didn't allow me to complete it in time because of probably the 5G not connecting. And this is only LTE that I'm holding. It's only LTE. So it'd be risky to try to do it this late in the month. So we'll just have to keep winging it the way that we're doing it. I'm trying to think how soon. It's a tough thing to do. So we'll just have to see. I have to talk to certain people to see. Because usually, I know last time when I switched in 2020, it was about $100 to have the switch happen, to have the upgrade to the new phone, which was my Samsung 8, which was horrible. I was on my knees every day praying because that thing was horrible. I was doing Grubhub, and I switched over to this thing, and I started my show. Well, I started editing the show because of Apple. Because of iMovie. I liked their editor. It was better than DaVinci Resolve. It was faster than my Dell because I was using DaVinci Resolve. And they have, I think, a software called Blackmagic, but I was just using the basic DaVinci Resolve, the one that it comes with. And I was trying to do a movie or a feature called The Projectionist with the Samsung 8. And once the B-film actress Natalie Jones found out we were just going to use phones, especially Androids, she, left. But the guys stayed around. They were still cool with using the Samsung 8. And I still am pitching that story around. The Projectionist. I don't know. It's an older story. It's an older screenplay idea that I had probably in the late or mid 90s. And then it didn't come to fruition and really writing it into the software, the final draft, until 2019, is when I was polishing it up. Was probably 2019. So 95, 2005, 2015. It's like 25 years or something. 95, 2005, 2015. It's like 24 years later. And then it finally made screenplay form. It was only on a legal pad for 24 years. So I got David Lynch beat a little bit. Hell, I did a production with a friend of mine in the mid or early 90s, and then we worked again in 2018. So that was like, we had worked on stage, because I'm an actor. We worked on stage, I guess, in 1999 to 2000. So it was like freaking 18 years later, and we show up just like nothing had happened and started working on Once in a Lifetime, which was a feature that's already on YouTube. And it was just like he had been gone for 15 minutes, and he shows up, and I'm like, hey, Rob, what's going on? Been like a long time. Yeah, like 18 years. And the next thing you know, we're working together again. You never know. You don't ever give up. I'm in my 50s. I still feel like I'm in my at 19. Other than the heel damage, I need about 3 days off, if I could get it, of rest. And I think I could heal that heel. It's my right heel. And it would just be wonderful to be able to do. But I don't have time. I work almost every day. Last year, I worked 360 days out of the year. I only had 5 days off. I worked every day for 360 days straight. Going to kind of show you about a hot spot. First, we're going to choose a good one. Jason's Deli is a pretty good hot spot. So we're going to hit this one and go ahead and go through. Okay, now I'm going to plug it in right here. Kind of technology porn. Yeah, that's what I call it. Go like this way, there we go. And boom. Right? So it's reading it, and we can find it that way, okay? So that's gonna take me to the hot spot. I think they should count that for taxes, but I don't know, I have to talk to CPA. And we go this way. And we're looking at about 13 miles until we need gasoline for sure. Supposedly these Kias are right on the dot. This is a 2024 model Forte, souped up with all your super electronics and computer programs. No AI yet. Well, there's a little bit in the driving on the highway, and they can tell when you need to take a coffee break. It'll tell you. And also, you go into a shadow, you get that all the time. A little bit of a shadow, but it's getting to the golden hour. They call the magic hour. That's when the sun's setting. So my teacher, Adam the Woo, who trained me online for free at no charge by watching his vlog, doesn't even know who I am. But he's still my teacher when it comes to vlogging, because he's pretty cool. He's got a few 100,000 more before he gets to 1 million subscribers, but he's right around 700,000 or 800,000 subscribers, so he's getting there. 700 and something thousand subscribers, so he knows what he's doing. But he's talked a little bit about iMovie, just a little tiny bit. And he's talked a little bit about these phones, these iPhones and things. But he doesn't do this type of work. He does like basically selling fun. He sells fun around the world, travels to Europe, goes to Disneyland every once in a while, Disney World too, and Comic-Cons. Lots of inspiration for a lot of my work. Anyway, we got to pick this up right here, and we'll head off. Okay, one note. Yeah, we can't pick up a hot spot. No, we have a hot spot in mine right there. We got to get to the hot spot. That's what I was trying to say. We got to pick it up and get to the hot spot. That's what I meant to say. All right, you know what I mean. Some Japanese orders right now. That's what I get for watching Akira Kurosawa. Kurosawa. It's gonna be Japanese, but we gotta get a little bit of gas. Japanese group. Fast and the Furious Japanese grill. Gonna have that Fast and Furious Japanese grill to your door. 6 miles, which is 5.9 miles now since I put that in. Arrive at 8:55, and for $9, yeah, that's not bad. That's a little more than $1 a mile. That's kind of the stuff I wanted to share. Not bad. It looks like we've got a downed car. I don't know what's going on here. They got their hazards on. Why that would happen, I don't know. But I don't know how that could possibly have happened. I guess it did. So let's make a report. Just say, I'll just call it that then. Even though it's on the side of the road, it still needs to be addressed. Maybe they were trying to back up because they were stalled. I don't know. Zombies. Anything could have happened. I don't know. I'd make that report. It was hungry for Japanese. Security. Anyway, the Akira Kurosawa movie is great. The Rashomon. I just think it's brilliant how he thought of all that stuff and the framing. I'll never know in a million years. I mean, even George Lucas used him as inspiration for Star Wars. He's worked with all the greats. She's come out, you know. Whoops, here we go. 575. Looks like it's a Starbucks. Standard. Pretty much standard. There we go. I'll be U-turning right here. Oh, I am so sorry. Are you okay? I didn't even see that. I'm so sorry about that. one thing that's cool is you can check what the door looks like. Just press this little box right here. That's what their front door looks like. Kind of like Taco Bell. Even though this is Starbucks, so that's kind of how they like it. See the flash right there from the camera. Oh,
for Brandon.
Yeah, I got it right here. Yeah, thanks so much. I'll confirm it. There we go. Is there a receipt outside? Oh, it's right here. I
Right
see
there,
it.
yes.
Perfect.
Sorry, we're a little backed
No
up.
problem. Yeah, I know. Everybody's in the same boat.
I know.
Thank you. I'm going to brace the back right here, and then the side right there. Kind of push that over here. That helps a little bit. Okay, just go into La Quinta. 953. Directions will come up right here. There we go. About 3 miles for tax purposes. You have to do that right there. There it is. Butthole. Another butthole. 2 of them. They're just rolling those slowly. This magic dot was there. All right, now I'm going to teach you guys how to check addresses. Always be doing this stuff. We got a contract violation, 2 of them, because of technology. I only have 1 now, though. But you want to check that address right there. So it says 4700 North Freeway, zip code and everything. Double tap and get back in it this way. That's where you're going right there, 4700. So that's how you can verify by a double tap. Just double tap the dial and then go to the next one. If you have a phone that doesn't have the dial on it, then you don't have to worry about double tapping. I think you just press up with a thumb and move it over. That's probably pretty much what you have. Fortunately, I can't show you that because I'm holding the iPhone 11. So this is an SE in 2022 phone, known as an SE. So I can just show you that. That might help a little bit. That way you go to the right area and you don't get a contract violation for going in the wrong area. Now, locomotive trains, they can get in front of you. That doesn't really have to do with technology. It is a form of technology, but it's a physical form, like a freight train, and that's really not, computers control them a little bit. They actually do. Computers do control them. Whether they work together, I don't know. I hope not. But the train situation hasn't come up yet because we haven't gone in that area. Now, what happened was it was basically I was trying to take a photo of the house with the door, and just everything froze. It wouldn't allow me to take a photo. It wouldn't allow me to go into the app. It wouldn't allow me to go on my other apps. And I just drove probably about a mile away onto the highway, and everything reconnected. So I tried to explain it to them, but I just said I wasn't in a cellular data friendly zone. So they've kept, I don't know, they haven't responded yet about the contract violation yet. They haven't responded yet on it, so I don't see why they would deny it. So they'll probably be okay with it and drop it. But if they keep it there, it's only there for 100 deliveries. I think that's how they say it. So the other one that we had fell off. I'm pretty sure tomorrow we are going to be doing some skip cart, and that I will not be able to show you. Probably until I get the iPhone 15. You'll be able to see what I'm doing, okay? Like you're seeing what I'm doing now, but you're not going to be able to see the app part for skip cart. Now this is the dash, right? You're not going to be able to see the skip cart one because it's not going to be on this phone. It would probably be on my new iPhone 15, which I have to plan on getting that soon. So I'll just have to say vocally, hey guys, I'm doing skip cart, and just kind of talk about it until we can actually start seeing it. Okay? I'm sorry, but I have to plan on these iPhone things. And everything's Macintosh pretty much in my life when it comes to technology. That's a company I trust. Because I had some major issues with Samsung phones and Dell computers. There's nothing wrong with Dell. They're good for businesses. But I'm an artist, and we use Macintosh. Don't mean it to be snobby. This is the liquid to end. Many artists do use Macintosh. So it's just my preference.
Requested you leave the order at their door. They added the following instructions. Leave at my door.
Don't mind if I do. Boy, she's quick. Looks like maybe she is like from a beach or something. Quick. They came to me before I could get to them, so pretty nice. Guess they were super hungry. Maybe come back from the pool or something. I don't know. She looks like someone that would be like on a beach. She has one of those weird, not weird, but one of those, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's like a bandana, wearing a bandana kind of thing. Oh my goodness, I thought it was a deer. That was a donkey. Oh, really? Yeah, the donkey right there. Looks, I thought maybe it was a horse or something. I don't know what it was. Right? Yeah, it looks like a pony. Maybe a pony. I can't tell for sure. It's got chili. It's probably the same one. Oh man, we got a fork in the road coming up. sometimes it's good not to connect, and sometimes, well, there we go. Let's do this one. There's the blinker. At least get to the last part of it. There we go. It's like a Richard Gere and Pretty Woman. All right. No lady without the sports car. Yeah. And economy size Forte. I think Richard Gere is great. A warm personality, just like Henry Winkler says. He's kind of a Buddhist. That's what I kind of call him. He also worked with Terrence Malick and Julia Roberts, one of my favorites. Let me see something. I gotta plug this in. Yeah, gotta plug it in. There we go. I like Pretty Woman. It's a good movie. It's got a good soundtrack. Roy Orbison. Pretty Woman. That's about as far as I'm gonna go on that one. Okay. Pretty woman. Pretty woman. There we go. I actually met Julia Roberts at the Fairmont Hotel when she was doing Pelican Brief. She just walked by me like she was covering. It was like she was doing a salute. She was covering her face because I think she was method. She was about to act with Sam Shepard. Sam Shepard was in it. So was John Hurt. I did get John Hurt's autograph and did actually talk to him. It was an amazing moment in my life. Here's the funny thing. I had no idea who John Hurt was. And After Hours made my top 11 all-time comedies. We got autographs. My mom and I got autographs on an airline ticket that we had because we were there with the Thomas Wolfe Society, following the footsteps of Thomas Wolfe. But we both, at the same time, thought he was William Hurt from The Doctor. Yeah, he did a movie called The Doctor around that time. And my mom goes, "Oh, I loved you in Altered States." And John Hurt goes, "No, I wasn't in Altered States. I am not William Hurt. You got me mixed up with William Hurt." And we're like, "Oh, we're so sorry." "Well, who are you?" He goes, "I'm John Hurt." "Who's John Hurt? Could you remind me?" Because I was in Big, the lawyer in Big with Tom Hanks. Okay. What's another movie you're in? Trip to Bountiful. I didn't recognize him from After Hours, or I would have I got his autograph anyway. But he turned out to be like a really incredible actor, and we were both just like, we thought you were William Hurt. William Hurt was a big actor in the 90s. He did really well in the 90s. Later on, John Hurt would become like a cult classic, especially because of After Hours. We are going back to Chili's. After Hours, it's probably going to be top 3 all-time comedies. It made my top 11 film list though, so I mean, as when it comes to a film, it's on my top 11 list of all-time films. It is a comedy, and it's only one of the few that made a comedy too on the all-time best. We got a Denny's add-on, and also pick them up in order too. Just to let you know. It's already here. Get this one. Then you gotta go to Denny's.
On the Regal app or at the link in the show description.
And
use code FilmSpot25. That's FilmSpot25.
You can go like this.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like
Sometimes
stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here?
Now we're gonna Denny's. We're gonna experiment with this right here. Don't add the other bag on it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, now we'll have another bag in here. Now, light. Gilbert's friends, so we're gonna switch it. You know we have light. Filmmakers sometimes needs light, but they can use sound to their advantage as well. Light isn't everything, but does help. I'm gonna put this here, just like that, to kind of signify that that drink is there. It's very important. These little sponges or these little things you can sponge them in. Okay, now we go to Denny's and pick up the next one. Alright, this is an add-on for $2.
From Hiddleston, that and more. Who's Chuck? Ahead on Film Spotting. Out your review. Never done that. I have a rating in mind, and I usually stick to it.
All right, Super 8 and with a pin.
Had that occasion or that reason to do so.
The customer requested you hand them the order. They added the following instructions. Hand it to me.
No problem. This is like a 4-digit code that they give you, and you put it into the app. That way they make sure they get it. Particularly on here. It's kind of James Bond kind of stuff, I guess you could say. Well, if you were watching James Bond in the 1980s.
But just
all right, the next one is for the Chili's drop-off. All right, if you look here, it says pin required. So it's you hand it to them and they give you a pin. And it's kind of, I don't know, annoying, but it's usually at night when they do it, so. But anyway, it's fine. You just give them the 4-digit. I mean, they give you the 4-digit pin. You just put it in. Same exact routes as your Lyft. Yeah, if you look on the vlog, the Lyft, as in rideshare, we went here to the Tyson. And let me tell you something, Lyft. I don't want to get into Lyft right now. I'm wanting rideshare to be deregulated completely. And then two monopolies are Uber and Lyft, and they're trying to do stuff with Metro.
You hand them the order. Additional instructions are provided in the Dasher app.
Trinity Metro is one that can help. Another one is, I can't think of it right now. There's another one too that's trying to, there's DD Drive that's trying to come from Mexico, and I hope they make it here. This is Tyson, like Tyson chicken. I do appreciate it. Thanks so much. There you go, man. You enjoy so much. Yep. Thanks so much. Oh, one more thing. Forgot one thing. Sorry about that. So sorry. Okay. Oh, there you go, ma'am. Thank you so much. That's what I meant to say. All right, you have a good one. just got in here, be sure to keep this very, very clean. Get a rag or whatever, but it didn't get that, you know, just wanted to say that. All right, I'm gonna try to hit up a hot spot. And that hot spot will be about 4 miles. And the area of that hot spot's from Western Center at a Popeyes. Let me look at some other ones. They're all about the same when it comes to restaurants. We'll try the Popeyes one. I promise you this, though, that if I make Commander-in-Chief, you'll get far, far more for doing a days of delivery. I will try to give those guys the same wage as probably a teacher or a police officer, for sure. That means this kind of stuff would be a career. And the days of ripping off the delivery driver would be way in the past. I'd make sure they get the best medical. And also, I would make it nearly impossible for them to get fired. They'd be part of a union. They'd have lawyers. And because I know the heartache. I know the heartache of what a person goes through when they wake up and their account is deactivated. People don't realize how important it is to people. You know, when a police officer loses their badge, sometimes they don't get through the day. You know, there were officers that killed themselves over what happened in January 6th. I've heard about that. No one's done a documentary on it yet, but I wish someone would. I mean, a police officer's job, that's a career for sure. I don't even know how to get out of here. Try to go this way. So is a doctor and a nurse and an actor and a president of the United States. They're all really, really difficult jobs. But I'm going to tell you something. This job, it goes up there with the job of a waiter. And they say the most stressful job you can have is a job of a waiter. This is like waiting cars, and this is like waiting tables in your car. You don't even understand when technology goes awry. These guys will have the best technology when it comes to being connected. You know, it's just a crazy kind of thing. But they treat us at the bottom of the skim, you know, the bottom of the barrel, and it's sad. But you know how important it is for that factory worker to receive his chilies, you know, to receive his food while he works the rest of the day. Have you ever tried working in a factory for a day without food? I used to do it when I worked at Hardwood Products, you know, without having a really good meal, and have to work in a wood factory. And I have tinnitus in my right ear because of it. I think it was because I didn't have the protein that I needed to fight the loud noise that I had to listen to, and I had earplugs. I put earplugs and the headphones on to cover the loud sound. And having a good protein meal, you know, Chili's, they have some good food. Having that type of meal while you work makes a big difference. So they're an integral part of our society. People that work for Postmates or Grubhub or DoorDash or Favor, you know, those guys are treated like trash, you know. And I think the DoorDash driver, as well as the Grubhub driver, Postmates driver, all those guys should have a union. We're looking out for them. They should be paid about the same wage as a teacher or as a police officer, or, you know, they should be paid higher, and they should have unions to protect them. Because I know what happens. I know the pain of what someone goes through when they wake up and it's, you know, this deactivation. It's like a police officer losing their badge. You know, on January 6th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there were officers that went home and ended their life. That's how important their job is to them, you know, because they weren't treated like people, I don't think, you know. I mean, I know they rushed in there to take the house again, But a woman died over all of that. She was shot right in the neck. Babbitt. Yeah, her name was Babbitt. And I think it was wrong that she was shot. I think it was completely wrong because she had the right to protest. And I also think it was wrong that they took it too far. But they didn't respect those workers that day. You know, it was revolution, which we've had in the country before. People did die that day. There were officers that went home and killed themselves. And there was a woman that was shot, you know. Her last name was Babbitt, I think is what I remember. They should do documentaries on all those things. I'm saying this again because I think the camera turned off. I didn't get the first part of it. There should be a documentary made about those officers that went home and killed themselves over what happened in January 6th and what happened to Babbitt, that lady that protested and jumped through that window to try to get to Congress. And I'm sure all they would have done was just protested in Congress, but they were making threats, and the security guy did not know how to handle it, so he used lethal force, and I think that was wrong. Over protests. It's like shooting into a bunch of protests. And the stuff that's going on right now in California with the protesters, you know, the Hispanic people, and them getting tear gas and stuff, I think it's wrong. And the people that have died and lost their lives protesting and stuff, I think they should have prayers over them. And I think the migrants need a place here, you know. They wouldn't be here if they didn't need to be. I think God put them here. They should be treated with they should have equal rights, you know. And they're protesting for that. And I hope that there's someone that comes in office that, you know, even if I could do it, I would, and I'm doing the best I can with our show. I think we hit 1,000 subscribers, but it is something I'm going to address for the fourth party, for the New Liberty Party. I know the Democrats probably appreciate it. I know the Republicans can understand it. A Republican can understand that a person wants to work. They want to be free. You know, we work so we can be free. And the threats that they get in Mexico, they don't understand it, you know. So I feel for those people. I think that what happened with the guy with the weed eater, I think it was ridiculous that they threw him down and did what they did. You know, there needs to be police reform. Okay, just came in around about 85. I'm going to exit here. Resetting. Okay. Time of drop off is 10:47. Yeah, when I'm in office, you'll never be able to contact the delivery driver without giving them $10. Any type of delivery, I don't care if it was a half a mile. All deliveries will be $10 and up. You know, $6.79. That means all they have to do a day is about 10 deliveries a day, which is with all this traffic and them using their cars and risking their lives, you know, give me a break. And it's going to help with gas. It's going to bring down gas because they're going to have what they need, you know. Skip Cart, they did give me $9. I don't know how low they can go. I don't know how low DoorDash can go, and I don't know how low Grubhub was actually pretty decent. But come on, at least $10 per delivery just to pick something up and drop it off for $6.91. I'm not complaining because I just got a $2 add-on, which was a full delivery. I don't know how they do that. And that delivery I had to take to, I believe, a hotel or a motel. You know, I mean, and that was a Super 8. They gave me $2 add-on. Try $10 or $20 on an add-on, or at least $10. I don't mean to bitch. You know, I'm just being human. You know, I should already be at a Benji right now. Sorry, I talk kind of like a gangster sometimes. I'm not trying to, but I mean, I'm not trying to talk like a gangster, but I'm just saying, come on, $10 minimum. You know, we've gotten $20 orders before, or $16 orders, you know, $6.91. Who knows where this is going? Address while you're waiting. These are what, 2 orders? You can do it while hitting this right here. Ma'am, I got another one for Dominance. Or Dominice. Dominice, maybe, I don't know. Dominice or Dominice. Dominice. Alright, so this one is gonna be put up first. I'm gonna go back and get the other one. Give her time to get her bearings together. Or Tiffany. Tiffany in the green. Tiffany in the green. Now Dominice. Dominice is in the red. There's a ticket on it. Dominice right here. Tickets on the side. Dominique from the red.
That makes you believe.
It's in the green. Third floor should be 23s. Pretty sure. I'm gonna double check. Doesn't look like a dancer, right? An injured dancer. 2306. That is correct. I do get injuries sometimes. I'm walking on the ball of my foot, basically. As you can see, the magic code to get in there, it does say do not enter. And there's nothing here either. So Google needs to get informed with the dash and figure out how they can help out Dee Dee. As in DoorDash. Because that's not an entrance.
The customer requested you hand them the order. They added the following instructions. Knock.
So when that happens, you can always go to another entrance to find it. Shouldn't take you to that entrance though. No, it shouldn't, but I showed you that it does. It's like a dead entrance. But they do have a code. 2, second floor. So 205, second floor. Look, I'm holding the phone. Can you see? Look at that. How many filmmakers had to do that? Can you see it? Can't see it, can you? There you go. Now you can see it. See it? That's what I have to do so that I can do this stuff. Pretty crazy, huh? Until midnight, but this is pretty much what I need, just, you know. So what I'm gonna do is go top left corner, bam. Okay. This is not the original phone because Linda cracked it. I'll get to it in a second. We had to replace the screen, I think 2 to 3 times, but trying to get there and to let you know. We're headed to another order, Wingstop. I use a teleprompter for that. Sorry, I just got the information just now. Here's my teleprompter. There we go. Try it again. Let's see. There we go. So if you want to take a break or you want to end a dash, you should be able to anytime. Just hit that button right there. And it says orders will be stopped after the next delivery. So that's for the night. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned stuff. You can learn a whole lot from this show just by watching. All this goes all the way up to Wall Street, okay? We advertise almost every type of soda, all different types of food, from Wingstop to Denny's to Boomer Jacks. We talk about all different types of movies and stuff. This is what I recommend right now. These guys right over here, which is Film Spotting. We're big movie buffs, or I am at least. I'm gonna listen to this and pick up my next order.
Spotting YouTube.
No, it's too good to be true.
That's a
but
big reason why that's going to happen. So thank you, Devin. And then
anyway.
the movie mom, Josh, Amy Sullivan, as we call her, who is such a treat to have on Trivia Spotting.
And we're headed to pick up
all that time, and also
probably the last
mom,
delivery for
because she's
tonight.
Kat's mom,
And
and Kat was a
exactly
long
get
time
back with you next time.
PA. So such kind words from. At 10% off all non-alcoholic concessions. Sign up in the description and you.
They're gonna look good. All of them. Yeah, that's what it just did. It took me to that exit only. And that's not correct either, because I'll talk about it later. It's close enough. Here he is, the champ. All day, kitty? You just sat there all day. Okay, do whatever. You're gonna get some food in a minute. I gotta feed the outdoor kid. Did not remember to go by and get them wet food, so they're gonna have dry food tonight. That's come on. Yeah, it's a good kitty. There you go. And dry food. Now, this would be, calorie-wise, that'd be about 400. French fries, 200.
The whole full size is ready.
So, with today's kitty, there's one kitty. He has 9 lives. And each life has a number. Numbers 1 through 9. Let's swirl the camera this direction. Today's kitty will be having dry food. It's what he likes. I'll show you what it looks like. It's this stuff right here. It's Cat Chow Naturals Purina. It's indoor. Give him a little bit more. I'm sorry I forgot your wet food. He's okay, and he's going to diet. There we go, there we go. Good to go. Dig in, kitty. He's like, where's my wet food? Where's my wet? I know you want wet food, kitty. We're gonna get you some tomorrow.